Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Hearthstone deck guide video, I'm going to take a look at Big Spell Mage. Big Spell Mage is not a top tier deck right now, but it is a playable deck. This is the variant that I have been playing. There are a few variants, there are a few different alternatives that you can use to build this deck. But the core of the deck is always the same. It's Wildfire, your hero power deals 1 more damage this game, and then there's Magister Dawngrasp, which is going to cast 1 spell of all spell schools that you have cast in the game, and one of the most important spells, Mask of Cthulhu, the only shadow spell Mage has access to, also a spell that is going to rotate in the standard rotation, so we don't know if Mage is going to have any shadow spells in the next standard year. We'll have to see about that, but right now, Mask of Cthulhu, deal 10 damage random split among all enemies. And then the Grey Sage Parrot. Battlecry, repeat the last spell you cast that costs 5 or more. So Grey Sage Parrot can be used to cast multiple copies of Mask of Cthulhu. Grey Sage Parrot can be used to cast multiple copies of Mass Polymorph if you need that defensive power, changing everything into sheep. Grey Sage Parrot always casts based on the original cost of the spell. So Arcane Overflow, a 5-mana spell, even if you have cast your Arcane Overflow for cheaper, if you have been able to discount it, it's still registered in Grey Sage Parrot. So we just have to keep in mind, okay, which spell is my Parrot going to cast next? A couple of words about possible variants of this deck. This version is my own list, but there are many lists very close to it. So, for example, if you want to add Mutinous, if you think there are a lot of combo decks in the game, I haven't met any really, so Mutinous hasn't been very effective for me. But if you wanted to use Mutinous, then you could cut, for example, one of the Clumsy Couriers. Sometimes you see 2 Rustrat Vipers running this archetype as well, if you meet more weapons, but on the other hand, I have not met that many weapons either, so 1 Parrot has been fine for me. And typically it's 1 Clumsy Courier that you could cut. Some people cut Dawngrasp, I don't like that. Some people cut 1 copy of Fire Sail, I don't particularly like that either, because there are these board-based aggro decks around. But overall there are a few ways you can build this deck. In all of those variants, the mulligan basically remains the same. You're always mulliganing for your Wildfire, which is the best card to keep, then Shivering Sorcerer's Arcanologist, early minions that do something good for you. They are useful in every single matchup. If you're facing an aggressive matchup, you are on the defensive, then Amplified Snowflurry can be a good keep, sometimes even Fire Sale if you know that they're going to flood the board. And if you're facing something really slow, so you need value, then Deepwater Evoker and even Magister Dawngrasp itself can be viable keeps. So 3 cards that you always keep: Wildfire, Shivering Sorcerer's Arcanologist, then, depending on the matchup, Amplified Snowflurry, Fire Sale potentially, and Deepwater Evoker, Magister Dawngrasp, maybe against something slower. So that's how Big Spell Mage works if you want to play a bit more control style deck on the ladder right now. It kind of has all the tools to challenge Kazakusan, but sadly you often won't have all of those tools at the right time, because basically with Mass Polymorph, with Grey Sage Parrot, with the armor from the Deepwater Evokers, you have a chance against Kazakusan, but it's not a great chance. But overall, a playable deck. On the other hand, if you rather wait for the rotation, then I have a suggestion for you, because my channel is currently sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. So if you download this game using my link and play all the way to level 12, which takes around half an hour, then that would directly support the content that I create, and then you can come back to Hearthstone with the rotation. Anyway, let's take a look at Big Spell Mage in action. I'll keep the Fire Cell just in case it's an aggro druid. Referencing Old Guardian the Mercenaries podcast. Yeah, there was some talk of that. I was watching the podcast, the Fighting Pit, I mean, yesterday. Although I disagreed with them about everything. They were so enthusiastic about the PvP aspect of the game, and I was like, dudes, you don't have a clue. Mercenaries is a PvE mode. Very, very few people will want to PvP in it. But anyway. Oh, and by the way, my stream this week is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. So if you want to support the stream without paying anything, then download Raid Shadow Legends using the link in the chat. And then play to level 12, which takes 30 to 60 minutes, something like that. And that would then directly support the stream. Now this level 12 radar 6 out of 10. 10 was the minimum amount. in the sponsorship to get paid at all. And I would get the maximum payment if I could get 40 people to do that. So obviously we're still quite far from that. But you never know. The new mercs are PvP oriented. I mean, obviously they consider the PvP aspect of the game as well, but like bounties, events, all of that stuff is just PvE stuff that they're releasing. Hey, Dads. Hi. How's it going? That's a lot of moonlit guidancing. But it's okay. I haven't cast a spell that costs 5 more. I think I might need the freeze effect ready. So I want the snow flurry out there now. So there is of course the chance for me to do overflow. I might have traded in the fire sale, but I was also a little worried that they'd like flood the board without buffs for the first time. Then I need to fire sale those down. Too lazy, but might as well do it. That's my favorite kind of viewer. Oh. Well, that was a turn 5 Kazakusan. Yeah, turn 5 Kazakusan is typically reasonably powerful. Can't argue with that, really. What can I say? I think I need to kill that so they can at least like copy it if they have the copy spell or something. But after turn 5 Kazakusan I am in a fairly desperate position. Maybe if I can pick up a mass polymorph something can be done now that there's no more locusts. But if they got embers then I will just die to that anyway. Hi Watami. I'm doing okay, thanks. Well, okay is I guess... Here comes the scale. That's why I kept the fire sale originally. Not even sure if it was worth it. I could also just play a Reckless Apprentice. Fire sale could be strong later on. I can just do this one now. No, I don't want to use the hero power because the hero power freezes. So if they build some kind of doomsday minion that I can't handle, then I can at least delay it. Okay, is it... Actually, it's not embers. Double Cenarian Ward. Double Cenarian Ward. Yeah. So this currently plays the... This plays the Arcane Overflow. Maybe I can afford to mask. I think I will freeze that one for now. Let's see. Is Nemsi the Warlock skin still obtainable? Yeah, but you need to... You get it from a... From Fireside Gathering in an established tavern. And the established taverns are not that easy to find now that you can't host public Fireside Gatherings. Okay, here comes the Annoy Horn, sure. I might lose to this, but we'll see. So this one now has a Mask of Cthulhu in it. I could try that. I could try Rune. I just don't like if they have Canopic Jars or something. Then it's going to be so incredibly hard for me. I think I'll have to put my faith in the rune. Come on, rune, do something. Anything. That was weak. That was weak, rune. That was weak. That was weak. I can do more runes if I don't die. But they could have like embers. But I figured I need a good rune here, and then I can actually win. Like, everything else I'm just delaying losing. But with a good rune, maybe I will win. Well... $22 from hand. Let's see. Keep the card draw resources for this one. We'll see if they help any. What about Drakefire Amulet? It's terrible. It's literally the worst performing card in all the decks that are running it. So no, you really don't want to use that. It's effectively 10 mana do nothing. Incredible discovery. Have you tried Baron's Stable Hand? Why would I try that? What is there to try? Nice barrier time.
You can't stop these snowstorms.
Snow flurries. Okay, well, we do an evoker. Picking up a mask, that's nice. Is Mordresh rotating out? I don't remember. I don't think it is. I don't think it was in any of the sets. I reviewed all the rotating sets, but I don't remember Mordresh in them. Quest Hunter is strong. It's playable. Do I want to use the coin is the big question, isn't it? I don't think I want to use the coin. I'll just use the apprentice. This is fine. They can keep the Snow Flurry. I got to do mask. I get to do mask. You mask, I mask. Then we hope they don't have Dawn Grasp. So I have played the Ice Barrier, Wildfire. They didn't have Dawn Grasp yet. That's a piece of good news. Purpling Dawn Grasp. Getting a Wildfire out there. Getting a mask out there. Getting an Ice Barrier out there. Good stuff. We still have a mask in this parrot. I can mask again next turn. And if they attack, well, Ice Barrier gives me more health. Yes, more health, good. Ah, infamous right leg. I'm doing okay. Could use this, but I mean, I guess it has to be the parrot, right? It just has to be the parrot. Mask should clear this board. Didn't clear. We'll blast it for the dome anyway here. Do they have Mordresh? Just another Snow Flurry. Bit of brain freezing, that's essentially nothing. Because I can do Rune of the Archmage and then ping. Rune of the Archmage time.
Let me remind you who you're dealing with.
These runes are continually disappointing.
Stay where you are.
Wand Thief. I like Wand Thieves. No. I'll Spring Water. For next turn, I guess. The 4 damage now. Played Sorceress.
Tusks won't stop shattering.
Okay. They can still find Dawn Grasp. And that is the only... Oh, getting armor from the Frost spell, okay. So they still live. But not for long, right? This hits into that, and then Mask is lethal. And pow pow. Tiny minions meeting big spells.
Rage pales before mine.
Arr, I am so angry. Once again, such rage. Well, it's going to be a 8-cost Rune of the Archmage. Maybe we'll even get to play that before the game is over. I was expecting the quest, but not the quest line. Okay. Well, then we just pew pew a little bit here, and it sees, oh, this is like Fell Demon Hunter, Death Rattle. Looks very Fell-ish to me right now. Pop some ice barriers there. Rustrot Viper, eh?
No waves can sink this ship.
Ooh, 9 armor. Good. Armor is good. They are Fells. Indeed. They don't usually have a lot of minions, but... Right? I want to play the Apprentice out there, just to have a minion on the board. To challenge this, because I can't do anything really next turn. I guess I need to. Just so that they don't get too much minion damage in right now. Once they become Courtiers, they have, of course, the Courtiers combo in the deck. So I need to be wary of the minions that I play. But they have the Courtiers in condition, they have Jace. Then, of course, between those two, they're trying to push my health total lower until they can win. But so far ice barriers have been keeping me up. Just ping a little bit into that one. Next turn is the mask. Most likely. I played ice barrier, then mask. No fire spells. No fire and no arcane. We'll see.
Poor warlock.
Jace gives them a bit of burst, and then of course if I ever have minions on the board, there can be bad consequences. Right now we're just playing the mask. Don't particularly even want minions on the board. Well, they can also heal up. There is the option for me to just jam a Rune of the Archmage here instead of becoming Dawn Grasp. Dawn Grasp means Ice Barrier and Mask of Cthulhu. No immediate hero power. We'll give Rune of the Archmage a try. No, not enough mana to play the Wildfire. Sad times. 5 left before I can Mord Rush. Okay. Counterspell Netherwind Portal Mirror Entity. I didn't particularly want minions on the board, but... we'll see. Still need a lot of pings to activate that Mord Rush. A bit of a bummer.
What have we here?
What have we here indeed?
They teach me. I like to think they teach me.
Alright. Now it appears that my opponent is actually in a bit of trouble. Only 2 mana left. Couple of annoying minions on the board. But they can heal up, of course. And a Fell Barrage. Not bad, not bad. Ooh, a Wildfire. That would be repeated by the Magister. So I am interested. I could also like Clumsy now. We'll do the Clumsy. Cast the Rune of the Archmage here. It casts a Wildfire, nice. So I'll do it like this for now. I have access to 12 mana. So that's 12 damage. It's not 15 damage. They are frozen now, so that means that they cannot...
Aim for the wheels.
They cannot, like, do the chase thing now. Ooh, that Oasis ally. It's gonna be a major problem. Because now I can just freeze them again. Deal 2 damage. I could have that deal 3. I don't have to become Magister now. Right? I could become Magister and then get the Reckless Apprentice out there. Is that lethal? I don't think it's lethal. I have so many options here. It's crazy how many options I have. I think I can do it like this. No, that was not right. There were better ways. Sorry about that, there were better ways. There was just so many options there. I couldn't quite figure out which path to take. Maybe the Dawn Grasp into Apprentice would have been good. I don't think there was a lethal there. At least I'm not seeing it.
I have given up everything. What have you sacrificed?
Virtuosan freezes them, but... it will not help. Lethal is coming this turn.
You wish to match wits with me.
Because the mask is coming. Then the hero power. And that's gonna be game over. So many ways for me to win that game, but let's see if those can make me survive. Hi, Johnny. They might not. Quest Hunter or Face Hunter? Ooh, it's the quest one. Okay, well then I don't really want to play minions. I don't want to give them targets. Let's see. Trying to avoid giving them targets. Trying to get some pings to the face. Trying to get Mordresh ready to go. We'll see. Is it worth crafting this deck? No. This is not a top tier deck. I'm not playing any top tier decks right now because they're pretty dull. I haven't been able to analyze what's going to be, like what decks remain viable after the rotation, because Blizzard still hasn't published what the core set changes are. We have usually gotten the Hall of Fame or the core set in February, but for some reason this time we didn't. No, we just don't know. But once they announce the core set, then I will be able to start evaluating like what remains of the current cards and what's gone. It's not looking good for me. The piercing shot was very, very strong there. When you hit them, then can I submit the list to play? Well, you can submit at any time. I don't care about the ranks. Ranks are completely meaningless to me. But they could have an ice trap there. I have lethal in 2 turns. Do I? I do. In 2 more turns after this one. Do I die before that happens? We'll find out. If that's an ice trap, next turn I will have to play the coin mask. And then after that I play the Mordresh. And that wins the game. Unless they are able to deal 13 damage before that. Which they might. It's still possible. That that wound prey piercing shot was really strong. So this into the potential ice trap. There was no ice trap. We'll do the mask. They have to have lethal now, or they die. Alright, do they have 8 damage? They have the cards. Nope. So they're dead. Denying targets. Key to beating Quest Hunter. Not giving them anything. Not playing a single minion. So that they cannot get progress on their quest. And then we win. Like that. Pow. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out my Twitch channel.